12:46 p.m. Eastern time. BTC basically 69.48 on BYBIT. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC regarding the possible drop to 5,500 or all the way down to 4,200, right? So during my last couple of live streams, we talked about all those possibilities. On the macro level, we talked about it since July, August, guys. I gave you, the bigger picture, the best outlook for BTC within the next, 4 to 6 months, right? So we're holding very strong right now below, 7K. We're not dropping that much, but we most likely, the bears most likely could be taking control of the market, and then, gonna be dropping the price as low as possible. But I don't expect them to drop it, all the way down to 3K and so on, right? We're definitely gonna get another push to the upside. So hopefully we can anticipate that push to the upside within the next 2 to 3 months, hopefully, right? It is just a rough estimate. Don't try to be I don't try to do like any time analysis, so I'm just rough estimating regarding the next pullback, right? But right now we're just gonna focus on the bears. Try to capitulate the price. If the bull don't show up with a higher volume, right? So we just gotta keep that in mind. Right now it is it is basically a bear market since like a 14K. Almost like 70% drop. Let's see, 65%, right? Something like that. Right? 50%, right? 50% drop, right? So you cannot be bullish like when the market is down like a 50%, and still like making some lower highs. No sort of consolidation yet, so it is very hard to be bullish, right? Very, very hard to be bullish. Oh no, Bitcoin down to 4,900. Hey, what's up, Foster? Hey, Psycho 122. All right, guys. So we're just gonna discuss the the bigger picture first, right? Before we talk about the lower degree. We talked about it in our premium member last night when Bitcoin was about to drop. I gave my premium group a nice detailed analysis regarding like what we could be getting, and we basically just hit our first target 6,950, right, to 6,850, and we've been shorting like since like this was like a 7,500. So not worry about like not try to worry about like 78, 88K and so on, right? Most people have been waiting for like a 9K and so on. So we basically been taking care of business since like basically since like Thanksgiving. We've been just shorting BTC, no long, okay? Just short it and then basically take profits, right? So let's get our 200 MA, which is the smooth moving average, 200 smooth moving average. Right now, you take a look at it on the 4 days chart. On the 4 days chart, it is not bad at all. It is like right around like a 5,200. And then if you take a look at the daily chart, it is much it is already below the 21 EMA. So, and I showed you guys a couple of days ago, whenever we break this the 21 EMA breaks your 100 EMA, it is pretty much a bearish sign, right? And if it breaks this 200 EMA, it is like a better confirmation. We got same thing back in like a 2018, break right here, break right there, and then basically we basically just capitulated down. So we're making the same exact move. So the capitulation could be coming anytime soon right now, okay? We could be capitulating anytime soon. As we mentioned before also, like we said exactly the first 3 weeks of the year are gonna be extremely volatile. So you just have to save your energy, not to be doing too much in and out, because market could be going very crazy, and if you're not like on the right side, you're just gonna suffer like a lot. You're gonna suffer a lot, guys. So the 5 days chart, we basically, that's what we said. Also the 5 day chart, if you take a look at the 5 day chart, your 21 crossing, you know, your 100 EMA, 21 about to cross the 21, you know, the 100 EMA support, it is going to be this white line, just like in this area. If you go back in 2014, we got the crossover 21, you know, crossed over the 100. We got a double bottom right around this white line, which is like your 200 MA. So it is very, very critical, guys, to pay attention anywhere around like a 46 to like a 5500 range. We just gotta pay special attention to it. We most likely, okay, with a very high probability, could be getting a good support. Okay, I don't see like us breaking like a 3K and so on as of now, but we could be getting a very, very good support if the bears like decide to drop the price down below 5500. So hit the likes, folks. Make sure to hit the likes. Make sure to join our public Telegram group. The link is under the description. You get these targets, you get the updates, you get the combo, you know, you get the fries, the drink, the sandwich, you get everything at once, guys. You get the best analysis. You get, you know, try to give you the best analysis at once, guys. You know, showed you about volume, moving averages, candles, you know, Elliott wave, you know, not time analysis though. But you know, I'm trying to give you like the best analysis, guys, as much as I can. So basically no hype, just like a real analysis. You know, what I see on the chart, that's what I'm gonna tell you. If I see BTC like at you know, $100,000, I'm gonna say BTC $100,000, but I don't see it right now. As of now, we just not looking good. Okay, market is not looking good, and we just gotta face reality and try to dollar cost average if you can. BTC is not gonna go to zero, so you know, so you won't miss the next pump, right? So hey, what's up, Grand Optimist? Yeah, you get the combo with some crypto. That's the thing, man. You get everything at once, guys. So basically, we talk about something very interesting, guys. The first 5-10 minutes of the live stream. Okay, something to take away is like this move, this crossover 21 crossing 100 on the 5-day chart. It's we're about to get the crossover on the, you know, on the daily chart. We already got the confirmation on the daily chart. We already bearish. We got the confirmation right around this area, guys. You remember when I was saying we're gonna drop down to 7400? This was the confirmation also, right? So and then we got another confirmation. You guys remember we shorted also at a roughly 75, 77, right before Thanksgiving. Right before Thanksgiving, right? We shorted from 74, roughly in this area, guys. We shorted 74, right around this area. Okay, we took a nice short 74 down to like a 6850. We got it. It pumped back up. We took it again from 75 to 77, took it down to like a 68. So now it pumped back up to like a roughly like a 76. So we took it from like a 75 and so on, and then dropping it down all the way down to like a 68, 65. So, and I told you guys, like since like when since what, Thanksgiving, this correction could last at least 3 weeks, guys, at least. So it is about to be like a 2-month correction. So I haven't seen like BTC like a moving sideways in a type of a small triangle like this for more than like a 45 days, right? So definitely we most likely going to see like a big breakout if like we break this 6400 range. Okay, if we break this 6400 range, guys, that's it, man. That's it. I mean, the bull's gonna be taking control. So the bears just have to basically manage to sustain this you know, a nice momentum in this area. If like we get a good buy orders in this area, you know, maybe the drop might not be like severe. You know, we might drop down to like 5500 and then push back up. But if like we don't get like a good buy orders, just like this, right, just like what we got back in like when we got the 40% pump, we just gonna need like a nice distribution in this area, okay, in order to keep up the momentum, like and then get the reversal pattern. But as of now, you know, volume is decreasing. All right, most likely we're gonna get a capitulation volume, guys. It's gonna look nasty, man. It's gonna look nasty, most likely. Yeah, dumping on no, exactly. I didn't even, somebody just mentioned it, constant. So dumping on no volume, that's not good, okay? That's not good at all, right? So we just have to take a look at this on BitStamp. I like BitStamp, even though the volume is low. It you know, it's the same distribution like with the other exchanges, right? In terms of proportionality. So you know, it is not looking good, man. It is not looking good. Very big candle, very low volume, man, guys. And that's a daily too, right? So on BitStamp we got like 2000 BTC, right? 2.6 the volume. This one was like a 3000, so we got a very big candle, very small volume. So that's not good, man. That's not good at all, man. It's not good at all for the bulls. Oh, you can hear? All right, let me see. Okay, let me get the audio. All right, guys, audio is perfect. Some of you guys saying audio is perfect, so let me know if the audio is perfect, because I just unplug it and plug it back on, right? So oops. Somebody messing up my live stream with that audio, man, saying the audio is bad. Let's do this. All right, so let me know if the audio is good, guys, so I can just keep going, right? So the audio is good, so I think it's on your mic. Sorry for the delay, guys. So I was seeing something. BTC is dropping. So guys, we basically, just to recap, right, let's move on the lower degree. Okay, on the lower degree, we basically did a live stream last night, a private live stream, and we discussed like the type of structure we got, right? So we just basically qualify this the current structure we're making in this area as a 535, and so we understood what was going on. It was very important, right? When we started dropping, right, we said on the 15 minutes, somebody mentioned it also, you guys know the 15 minutes 100 EMA. Whenever we drop your first wave, look for your 100 minutes 15 EMA. Okay, so I think Zeus, right, Zeus mentioned it, and I was like, okay, pay attention to this 15 minutes 100 EMA. We dropped down to like roughly around like a 7100. 7100 was like a temporary target to pay attention. If we break it, that's it, right? So we basically made a 5-way structure down, made this three-way move and then went back up to the 100 EMA. Now you're taking a look at it, guys. That's like a that seemed to be like a wave number 3 of a of the second wave, right? So we're gonna most likely gonna get this pullback again. Okay, so we could be looking for this pullback as soon as we basically complete this wave number 3, and then we're gonna get this move wave number 5 of wave number 3. So this could be 1, 2, and 3. So you're gonna look for another reversal. So just be cautious in this area. Try to like a short BTC. It's gonna be a lot of noise, so just be cautious, right? That's all I wanted to cover regarding the lower time frame, right? So we already covered it last night, so I just don't want to go back through it, right? So if you're in a premium member, you understand what I'm saying, right? So one thing we also basically looking for the bulls to do in case like they want to be give the bears tough time, they could be getting a nice channel in this area and then try to attempt, like after a retest of this trend line, they can attempt at least to retest back up this upper level of this trend line. If possible, if they break it, it's nothing wrong with it. It's still going to give us a better pattern. So this is going to be a nice W, X, and Y correction, with your Y correction giving you a three-way move like A, B, and C. So that's another valid count. So if you're too bullish, make sure to, if you're too bearish, make sure to put your stop loss, right? So that's one of the reasons why we taking profit of right around like 68.50 to 69.50 and put a stop loss, because we got a bullish count. Even though I'm bearish, we just have to acknowledge like the bulls still got some juice, right? They still got some juice, and they can cause some, they can definitely cause some damages, right? So be cautious and don't sleep on BTC, okay? Even like you in like in profits, do not sleep on BTC, all right? Do not sleep on BTC. I keep telling you, just like the count we got when we dropped down to like 68.50. Do not short BTC below 7K, and then you can see what happened next, right? We got this big impulse wave to the upside, right? It wasn't impulse, it's just corrective, but you know. Hey, what's up, POPULOUS? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Guys, we got 76 watching. So if you're not in the Telegram group, the link is under the description. Make sure to click on it, join the public Telegram group. If you want to upgrade to our premium member, you can do so, all right? And if you just want to stay in a public Telegram group, we still can interact, talk about charting and all that good stuff, right? I'm still gonna give you guys some targets, some range, but you know, the private live stream and the detailed analysis, it is only for the premium, okay? But the public Telegram group, we still discuss about like a possible target, bearish momentum, bullish momentum, you know, possible support and all of that good stuff, all right? But the juicy stuff, it is only for the premium, right? Thanks a lot, Zeus. The Dino bots. Hey, what's up, Tommy? Hey, Mr. Thorsten in the house. Thanks a lot, Thorsten, for tuning in, man. Thorsten in our premium member, he give us like a great analysis, great insight regarding like a trading, also like as far as like most exchanges, you know, how they work and stuff like that. So if you're in our premium member and you got any question regarding, you know, exchanges and stuff like that, make sure to get with Thorsten. Guys, we got 88 watching, 38 likes, and we got some good stuff coming in. Make sure to hit the likes, guys, so I can give you like the good insight, guys. Make sure to hit the likes. And we haven't even talked about volume on the weekly time frame, because the weekly time frame right now, it is favoring the bulls, guys. So it is quite amazing. But even though we want to capitulate the weekly time frame, it is basically in like it could be in favor of the, you know, basically the bulls very soon, right? Very soon, guys, very soon. We just need this capitulation as soon as possible, and that's it. So you take a look at the weekly time frame. It is quite interesting, right? You take a look at the weekly, the biggest volume within the last like almost almost like 12-15 weeks, right? Almost 12 like to 13 weeks. It is basically green. Okay, it is telling me like people are basically accumulating, right? Most people are buying, even though price is dropping. We could be anticipating a very impulse move to the upside, just like this, guys. I don't expect it to break like 14K, but if like we basically bottom, the move to the upside going to be very quick. Okay, it's not going to give you time to think. You know, it's going to liquidate everybody most likely. And then it is basically going to be very impulse. It's not going to be choppy, nasty, slow. It's going to be fast, beautiful, and very like pretty much in order, right? Just like this green all the way up to like a resistance. So the only thing I can see basically for the bulls right now is like they're accumulating and they're ready to make cause some damage. Okay, so be extremely cautious. Shorting BTC like basically under 5500 and so on, right? Be extremely cautious, right? Extremely cautious. That's the only thing I can see like for the bulls in terms of like a bullish momentum, right? But on the lower degree, daily time frame and stuff like that, we're not in any bullish momentum, right? We're not in any bullish momentum. So let's move on to the basically 12-hour time frame, and then take a look at it. What is it doing right there? Yep, no support, guys. No support. No support, guys. No support, guys. No support at all on the 12-hour. Making some basically low highs, keep dropping, very corrective, nothing impulse. So been on this downtrend like for over 30 days, so that's a lot, guys. So that is a lot. So 12-hour 12-hour RSI still not oversold yet. The bulls could attempt like to keep this area very tight and then try to find some support on the RSI. MACD, it is not saying that. Okay, MACD is saying like, okay, I'm done, right? It is basically just wanna drop as low as possible. And if like we drop in this area, we're just gonna try to find like some double bottoming, which could take us like all the way down here. And before getting any move to the upside, we're just gonna look for a possible double bottom, right? Before attempting to retest like the upper level of the trend line, right, in this area. So, but that's just a speculative move. Nothing is saying like we're gonna do it. But as of now, we don't have any bullish momentum to be pushing to the upside. Everything basically pointing down. All the moving averages basically in favor of the bulls. I mean the bears. Nothing in favor of the bulls, right? So we just gotta wait long enough before we start looking for like some bullish momentum. Yeah, I mean the probability of hitting 5K, it is I've been saying it since like August, so it is pretty much very high, guys. It is pretty much very I would say like we got 70 to 75% chance to hit like a 5500. So, and I just showed you on the on the 5 days chart, guys, like the 21 crossing the 100 EMA. It is very very crucial to pay attention to it, right? And very crucial to pay attention to it. Very crucial, guys. Very crucial. So once again, we got a nice crossover, just about like a $400 for 36, and then basically support was like a to 213, right? So you can see we broke below it, but like it's a 50% drop. So you go back right around November 2018, similar move, guys. So what do we got? 6,500, where we got a support at roughly around like a 33, right? So another 50%. I'm not even like counting the bottom. I'm just counting like the bottom, the basically the white line. So if like let's say we got this crossover, I'm expecting this crossover between like the 8th to the 12th. So we could get this crossover, right? So I showed you guys like since last week I showed you like this crossover, right? So I'm anticipating this crossover right around like let's say the 10th, right? So let's say BC tried to push back up to 7,400, right? So 50% of that, guy, that's not good at all. So that's going to be like but let's say we're gonna get a support right around the white line, okay? 4,700, right? So it is something to keep in mind. We just need to be very, very cautious, and definitely 5,500 to 4,500 range, we could be facing a nice support and a probable bullish momentum, and then and another nice 200% move to the upside or something like that, right? So at Chinese New Year, BTC always dump. When is Chinese New Year? Is it this year or next year? So I think it's February, right? So thanks a lot, D-Tech. Thanks a lot for joining in, man. So I remember you watching for a while, so thanks a lot for joining in. So somebody talk about Zcash. We're gonna take a look at Zcash also. But first thing first, let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum, I gave you guys a great analysis regarding Ethereum. Don't sleep on Ethereum, guys. Basically, we've been killing Ethereum, even though I don't give a lot of target for Ethereum, but we've been killing Ethereum. Every target for Ethereum has been a very, very successful. And we called for Ethereum drop since like Ethereum was like roughly above $200, guys. So and I gave you a nice basically a good content regarding Ethereum. If you haven't watched it, make sure to go to my channel and check the Ethereum price forecast for 2020, right? So even though I'm bullish, I'm bearish as of now. Anything below $100, I know it's a lot. $100 to $80 is 20 points. 20% drop, but it is basically it should be accumulative. No basically selling, all right, unless you're shorting it. So I wouldn't sell my Ethereum in it like a below $100, okay? Just like keep it or add more as it goes down, okay? So at least for the short term, we're looking for a three-way move. You can call this if like we're gonna make a flat correction, we're just gonna say this is three-way move, and then this is gonna be the next three-way move, and this three-way move, the C wave has to be what? 5-way structure, right? If you're expecting a C wave to be 5, we definitely don't have 5 wave as of now, right? This seems like a 3 wave, right? We got 3 wave down. 1, 2, 3. We got this wave number 4. This could be wave number 4 and wave number 5 down, right? So let's just see if like it's going to be 1, 2. We might not even like done with the wave number 3, right? With third wave. So we could be still dropping down for the third wave, and then get wave number 5 to break this area just to hit the stop losses, and then before reversing with a very impulse 5-wave, clean 5-wave structure to the upside, just like this, right? But it's not going to give you these nice pullbacks, right? So but Ethereum, anything below $100, guys, it is bullish, at least for the short term as of now, right? But I wouldn't be shorting Ethereum unless I start shorting from like just like what we just did. Started shorting like 130 and so on, right? Above 130. So keep that in mind, guys. Hey, what's up, Dan Perry? Hey, what's up, guys? We got 97 watching. Make sure to hit the likes. Try to give you the best analysis as much as I can. just try to give you like what I see on the chart, not what I like, right? Because for instance, I like XRP, but I'm telling you like XRP could hit like 13 cents, right? I like the XRP chart, but if it goes down to 13 cents, you know, it's nothing I can do, right? It's not like I own XRP or anything, guys. So we just gotta be very cautious in regard to you know, how we feel about a coin, right? So especially BTC, right? So hey, thanks a lot, K for Liberty. I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin Cash. You know, talk about that Bitcoin Cash pullback. It did that exactly. It was kind of very impulse though, but the main thing is like the pullback, not just like, because I don't trade Bitcoin Cash, so just give you like a rough estimate analysis, right? So let's move on to basically Litecoin. Litecoin, most people thought like Litecoin never gonna break $60, and basically said that Litecoin never gonna break roughly $45. Litecoin never gonna break $40. Litecoin never gonna break $35. And I've been telling my guys Litecoin gonna drop like at least 50% since Litecoin was like that was like the first week of August. Okay, Litecoin was all the way up like 105, 107 range. When we pushed it upside last time, Litecoin pumped like 15%. You guys remember this date? This candle, I remember exactly this candle. On the 5-day chart was like extremely bearish. You can see we never even went back and retested the top. So it was like we tapped out like a 107, bang, okay? Same move, okay? Same exact move. It is a basically, we could be looking for a zigzag. So, we still got more room to drop, guys, for Litecoin. We still got more room to drop. So if that's a zigzag, right, you guys can see this move is pretty much very slow, okay? Very slow. It is in order, right? Very slow, and in a beautiful zigzag formation, right? Beautiful zigzag formation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got this 3-wave move, and then we could, if this is the wave number 1, that's not good at all, right? So that's not good at all. So we could get a ending diagonal in this area with the wave number C and a possible divergence. So on the R side, and then look for another reversal pattern, right? So, but basically anything under $28 for Litecoin, all the way down to $20, going to be a good area to accumulate. So I know it's like almost a big move, but 28 to 22, but I wouldn't be messing with Litecoin in this range. Anything below like $30, just if you're not shorting right now, just accumulate. Okay, just accumulate. So XRP 13 cents, not $13. I mean, I hate it too, man, but the chart, we all want XRP to moon, but what can you do? Are you gonna be frustrated because XRP is not going up? It's nothing you can do, man. You just keep analyzing it, be patient, and it's gonna pay off, right? So, but I think XRP, I mean, don't buy XRP because I think XRP gonna go up, because I'm saying I think XRP gonna go up. Just buy it because you're investing, or buy it because you're trading and you believe what you're doing, right? I could be completely wrong. XRP can drop all the way down to a penny. Are you gonna come and say, oh, Send Crypto, you said XRP gonna bottom at 13 cents? I'm just telling you what I see on the chart. Another analyst might be seeing different thing, right? For instance, right, I might be saying Litecoin gonna be making this move, right? That's your impulse wave, and then we're gonna get this flat correction, right? But another analyst might be saying, oh, Litecoin is just gonna make this zigzag, right? So, and I might be wrong. If Litecoin breaks like $24, it could be making a zigzag, right? And then drop all the way down to this area. So we just have to be extremely cautious about what we do, and then not to look for a way to blame other people about like making wrong call, right? So, but Litecoin, definitely could be finding a support right around this area of $22. So Yep. Same thing when Litecoin was like $100. We were calling for $40, $50 Litecoin. Most people just, you know, had the same reaction, WTF, you know. So you just gotta be cautious, guys. So people calling for BTC 4,500. If BTC gonna drop down to 4,500, you gotta think about it, right? If BTC drop like 30%, Litecoin can drop 50%, right? Right? So just ask yourself, right? So ask yourself. Nothing out there is saying like Litecoin cannot drop like a 50. You know, you got real stocks, real company dropping like 60, 70, 80%, right? So why not Litecoin dropping like a, you know, when Charlie basically sold out on Litecoin also, right? So let's move on to the second king, Bitcoin Cash, before we move on to basically King XRP, right? So let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash on the daily. That's a 5-day chart. Bitcoin Cash daily, we did talk about this move the other day, right? We said like what did we say? That's a 3-way move, right? So let's say you know, the bulls wants to make it 5-wave, so that's very possible. They can make it 5-wave, but if they make it 5-wave, it's gonna be at least for the short term a bullish momentum, because they got 5-way structure after a new low. Most people are going to anticipate a 3-way move down, a possible double bottom right around 180, not double bottom, a possible support 180, and a bullish momentum. That's the only bullish momentum I see for Bitcoin Cash as of now. You guys know, like we've been anticipating Bitcoin Cash to retest like a 160 range to 180 range. It did that exactly, and we said like it could possibly make another 3-way move. It did that exactly with a possible, you know, lower highs. It did that exactly. So what are we expecting? I'm just going to be very cautious with Bitcoin Cash. 3-way move, but this 3-way move can end up being 5. Okay, it can end up being a 5-way structure, but the problem with that is like, if like we're gonna be dropping down this area, okay, if like we're gonna be dropping down, this could be just the correction starting from the big sell-off from like a $300, and then we could be making another 5-way structure down. Okay, we could be making, that's my only concern with Bitcoin Cash, right? That's my only concern. So this could be 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this could be the 3-way move pullback, and then we can get this 5-way structure down, right? So if we're gonna make a 5-way structure down, it is going to be a lot. Okay, it's going to be a lot of dropping for Bitcoin Cash. I hope not, but it is going to be a lot of dropping. Okay, and 1-to-1 extension going to be $100, you know, roughly around $100, right? For the end of the wave, basically, at least we could be anticipating like the end of the wave, this 5-way structure to you know, get a support right around like a $100 range. So another possible way of looking at it, I showed you before, we can just look for like a 1.27 to 1.41, which is roughly around like $130. If you look for 1.27, 1.41 of this entire structure, okay. We could be looking for $130 just for a temporary support, right? And see if like the structure wants to basically give us a reversal pattern, right? Any bounce validation we're looking for? I mean, I'm not looking for a V-shape at all. Even if we drop down to 5,500, it's not like we're just gonna jump in and buy at 5,500. I hope you guys not, right? So you just want to give it like a couple days to you know, you might not buy exactly at 5,500, especially when you're leveraging. You want to be careful, right? You might not buy exactly at 5,500. You know, if you're buying for long term or you're swing trading, that's a different story. You can just accumulate all the way down 5,500 to you know, 4,500, possibly 4,500. And if you're expecting a 9K to 11K range, that's a good gains, right? You're gonna get some nice profits. But if you're leveraging, I wouldn't be like going like a 10x and stuff, those crazy numbers, those crazy x's at 5500. Okay, so I would not do anything above 3x, like 3 to 5x at 5500, just to reduce like reduce your risk. So be cautious out there, guys. It is all nice to buy cheap BTC at a, it's not cheap. 5500 not cheap, right? So to buy it cheaper, but you just gotta be very, very, very cautious, guys. Like, nothing anything above 5x is just very dangerous in this market, man. So hey, what's up? Thanks a lot, man. Hope to see you in the private group too, Strengths. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just gotta be cautious about like the hype. Okay, the bear market, bear market gonna eat up the hype, so we just gotta be very cautious. Okay, no hype in bear market, man. No hype. Just like real analysis. Other than that, you're gonna get wrecked. And it is just simple, man. Nothing crazy. So let's take a look at King XRP. So King XRP, let's focus on the bigger picture. So I like to focus on the bigger picture regarding XRP, right? So XRP, as you can see, like most analysts thought, like we got a nice historical trend line, right? And then they're gonna be like, oh, this historical trend line, XRP about to make a bull run. But in terms of Elliott wave, I don't see any bull run. Okay, can we push back up? Yes, I see like a pullback, right? In terms of Elliott wave, let's take a look at it. I see this move, that move, and then this move. That's what I see, at least for the short term, right? So I really see like a XRP giving us another pullback. Okay, I see XRP giving us another pullback right around this area of support line. Okay, right around this area, and I got a valid reason to say like that area could be holding very strong. If you take a look at the current structure, the current move we making basically, as soon as XRP dropped down, made this 5-way structure, guys, we said XRP gonna pull back up to what, 32 cents, and I told you guys better get rid of your XRP at 32 cents, and because you can buy it much cheaper. I said it like multiple times, right? And we dropped down again right around this area of 21. It pulled back up to like a 32 cents, right? You guys remember I was very active with XRP at 31.30 because of the swell, right? Most people have been anticipating swell to pump XRP, and I've been arguing with like a lot of people in my public Telegram group, especially AG, right, the XRP king. He was expecting like XRP 50 cents and so on, and I was like, AG, be careful, man. This structure I'm seeing is gonna give us another 5-wave down. Okay, it's gonna give us another move to the downside. So it is doing exactly as expected, right? So 31 cents down to drop 45%, guys. So he couldn't believe it, but I told him, right? So we still got some more room to drop, possibly, because you could say that we got one. That's the 3-way move. So if we're gonna make 5-way move down in this area, it's not gonna look good at all. Okay, it's not gonna look good at all for XRP. And this 14 cents to 13 cents area is very, very probable. And it is hard to believe like XRP dropped basically almost 50%, guys, from like since like a November, guys. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. So that's a lot, man. Hey, K4 Liberty, thanks a lot, man. You're making me feel I need to buy more XRP. Hey, what's up, Pombo? Not that axis, Mr. Thorsten. No, not those axes, okay. I mean like the not the crazy axes. I know we all got some crazy axes, but what I mean like the leverage axis, right? So there's too many X, man. 25X, 30X, that's a lot, man. So unless you're doing like a, you know, you're doing it for a very short period of time, I wouldn't sleep with 25X, right? Unless you're new in leveraging, you can do those crazy stuff just to feel how getting wrecked feels like, okay? So if you want to know how getting wrecked feels like, or you want to get the BYBIT email, dear customer, dear value customer, actually, we just want to, let you know you just got wrecked, right? Make sure to do 25, 30, 50 X's, right? Something like that. You're going to get that email. I'm telling you, man. And the worst thing is like, you're going to go back to your position. You're going to refresh your screen and you're going to be like, man, what happened, man? Let me refresh my screen again. But you just got liquidated, man. So, it is crazy. But XRP, guys, going back to XRP, this area, man, like, let's see, man. The chart is calling for support. Let's see, we're gonna need some heavy support in this area. Other than that, guys, it's gonna look bad, man. It could be dropping all the way down to 6.005.006 if like we don't get the necessary support. So hopefully we're gonna get the support at a 0.133 range, and then we could be looking for another pump, right? So yeah, be cautious with your X's, man. I mean with the X's. So be cautious with the X's. Too many X, man. Too many X. So let's take a look at XRP on a lower degree before we go back to a BTC and take a look at alt. So yeah, XRP BTC not looking good, man. This a clean bear flag, guys. You could argue, it is a rising wedge, whatever you want to call it, but it is basically a very clean structure. You got clean structure, okay? This is very clean, guys. We just broke this. Oh man, this is not looking good at all, guys. It's not looking good for XRP, guys. Not looking good, guys. So it's not looking good. So just a 1-to-1 extension of this move, guys. Gonna take us roughly around like a 16.5, and I think we accumulating from XRP roughly around like a 16, right? So even though I'm anticipating 13, just to make sure you're in, you don't wait for the right price. So you wanna average out, okay? 16 to 13 give you a good average, roughly around like a 15 range, right? So 14, 15 range. So you won't have to basically wait for the exact number. I mean, okay, people do 100x, people do 125x. I'm not saying nobody can do it, okay? Some people are very skillful, but you cannot just tell like these newbies, go do 100x. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's okay, like for, if you're very advanced, you know what you're doing, do 150x, right? So, but, somebody that just started trading, you cannot just tell him, man, 100x feels so good. They're going to get wrecked. You might understand like how moving averages, bear flag, 15 minutes, like 100 EMA, 1 to short your 100x, do all that good stuff. But it is not something like you want to recommend like to the public, right? So, because a lot of people out there never trade, don't even know how to hit like the sell button, right? So you want to tell them to do 100x, and then they're going to be refreshing their account thinking like, the internet connection is gone, but it's like they got liquidated, right? So yeah, I mean, we all did it. The one of the reason I'm saying don't do it, because I've done it. I've done it. and I know how bad it feels to refresh your position and it is blank, right? You refresh your position and it is blank. You be like, okay, hold on 1 second, what happened? Okay, is my connection gone? And you check your email, popping out, you know, dear value customer, blah blah blah. You know, you're gonna be like, man, if I want to survive, I just have to stay cool, read the market, stay calm, and then you know, take good position. 400 to 600 points. That's what I give my people. 400, at least 400 points. I don't give like 100 points for you guys to do like a 25x, right? But if I give you 400 points, you know, it is almost 8%. If you do 5x, that's 40% gain. You can't argue with 40% gain regardless of your drawdown. Even if you do like a 10% of your account per position, you know, withdraw 10% of your account for a single position, you know, 40% gain, still good, right? So hey, what's up, Robert? Sometimes you get a wreck, sometimes you get something, right? It's okay. Yeah, just keep it cool, man. I mean, if 5x doesn't work for you, just do it 2x, you know, because, you know, it's no need to be in rush. If you can afford like to trade with your own money, don't borrow too much. Okay, it's kind of like, you know, you borrowing a house. You want to, you know, you're buying a house, you're going to the bank to borrow some money. You want to buy like a $1 million house, but you don't need $1 million house, right? You only need like maybe, you know, $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 house. Why would you go try to borrow $1 million house? You're gonna get kicked out. Then, you know, like you're gonna stay there like maybe for 15 days, right? And you're gonna get kicked out. It's the same thing, man. Just be cautious. Just be cautious, man. That's the best thing to do. And in my premium member, you know, the standard is 3 to 5, maximum 5. Okay, if you do anything more than 5, you get wrecked. You're on your own, right? Because you're on your own. I keep telling you guys. Be cautious. The market gonna be around forever. BC might be bottoming like right around like a $2,000. So just accumulate slowly. Okay, you're not gonna get rich when BTC is like, you know, $5,000 if you own like only 1 BTC or 2 BTC or even 3 BTC, right? So or even like 10 BTC. Yeah, but enough talking, right? So let's go back to King BTC, right? King BTC. Binance is doing well, actually. It's not dropping as much. Yep. So we could be very big volume on the very big volume on the 15 minutes, completely oversold. So we gotta give the RSI like some momentum. So you got your like basically a 21 EMA on the 15 minutes. Last rejection was like the 100 EMA. So next rejection most likely going to be the 21 EMA, right, on the 15 minutes. Currently 7,049, but it's gonna be dropping. So it could roughly around like a 7,000 range, 7,010, 20, something like that, 7,020. You could if you are looking for a short, you can just short this thing, right, for, you know, another retest of this area, at least a possible pushback, and then get this move. So we already talked about Bitcoin Cash and in love. Hey guys, make sure to hit the likes, man. Make sure to hit the likes, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the notification also if you haven't done so, right? So and join the Telegram group. The link is under the description, and then so you guys can basically join our premium member, right, if you decide to do so, right? So XTZ. I was looking at XT Tezos, right? But very low volume, man. So let's take a look at on the weekly. even though I started to be bearish on Tethers, I'm just gonna give it like few more weeks, right, to basically give me more data. Because the way I'm looking at Tethers, like we could be arguing Tethers has bottom versus BTC, right? But we can you can see like the move we're currently making. You know, it is very complex. You can call this entire move a correction, a further drop, right? Another bullish scenario you could be anticipating, saying like basically we bottom in this area, and then that's your wave number 3, and then we could be possibly making another wave to the upside. That's also very valid if you just look at this area and ignore like the left. So I'm just gonna be very cautious regarding Tether, especially versus the USD. I don't own any, so I'm just giving you my my analysis, so my personal bias actually, right? So I'm just gonna be very cautious, even though I said it like that was the top right around like 180. We called it like right here, okay? We said like take profit, okay? If it breaks it, you just take it, but most likely the best thing to do is take profit in this area. So when I take a look at the weekly time frame, it seems like we can find our 5-wave structure in this area. We got a nice 3-wave move pullback, another push to the upside. This wave could be X either, right? And then we're gonna get this W before moving to the upside, right? Or we can just look for this wave to be wave number 1 of the next wave to the upside, right? That's also very possible. So I'm just gonna be very cautious regarding like a Tether, see like at what price level, if like we're gonna find another support. Like we do not want to break like this support area, okay? Especially like 70 cents, we do not want to break it. If we break it, because you cannot count this as a 5-wave anymore, okay? For a bullish momentum, this has to be, it has to stay below, price has to like stay below, above 70 cents, right? It can drop, it can double bottom still and push back up, right, and do this. But if like we break it, it's just gonna invalidate the bullish momentum, right? So and then this is just gonna be WX, and then we could be saying like we're gonna make a Y wave down, and then possibly try to make another case for a bullish momentum. So just be cautious, basically, just be cautious. So Tezos, SA or Caliteros. Okay, I think you're saying like a Bitcoin Cash. Go back to Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, just Caliteros. So regarding Bitcoin Cash, so Bitcoin Cash weekly is nothing bullish. Like I try to give Bitcoin Cash on the daily time frame like some bullish momentum. Try to find like any valid reason to look for Bitcoin Cash to be basically to be bullish on a lower degree. But this move we got, guys, the only thing I can see, it seems like a 3-wave. If it wants to make 5, like I said, it can go 5, make a 5-wave, but it's going to be very bullish, okay? And we just have to look for another pullback down to like a 182. If like we retest like a roughly 220, we're just gonna have to look for a retest of a 180 and then possibly make another move up, okay? This still also, it's just gonna be a bullish, temporary bullish, right? It could be a 5-wave, 535. This correction could be 535, and then we're gonna get this move, right? So so this, we're gonna count this as 3, right? And then I would say 5, not 3. Count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then get this 3-wave move in a zigzag, and then get another 5-wave capitulation. Either way you look at it, the bullish momentum for Bitcoin Cash could be just temporary, but as of now, if this is the valid reason of looking at it, we're gonna just make this move, okay, instead of making a complex big correction. What I mean complex big correction, make a 5-wave, push back up, drop 3, make another 5 wave, and then get this wave to the downside, right? So which is still going to be a nice correction. It's going to be very beautiful, just like this, right? Just like this, right? So you can see how we made 1 2 3 4 5, made this wave, made this wave, made this wave, made this correction, right? So something similar to that, basically, right? So, and we nailed this one, okay? We nailed this one. So we nailed that one. So let's see how Bitcoin Cash wanna operate in this area, okay? Wanna operate in this area. So, and if that's the case, it means like BTC gonna bottom at roughly 65 to 6100, and then push back up then, right? So BTC gonna be making the same exact move, right? So, but how it is going to affect BTC, right? How is it gonna affect like a BTC? Let's take a look at it. The way it is going to affect BTC, it is like we could expect like BTC to drop and then push back up and stay within this triangle, okay? Bitcoin Cash could be making this, right? This correction, but BTC could be making this one before the capitulation, right? So that's the only way I can see it, but I don't see anything like a bullish momentum for like a as of now, like $300, $500 Bitcoin Cash, stuff like that. Hey Zay Nuno, that's only the first target, right? 68. So 6 target 2, you guys know what we're looking for. So but we're gonna put stop loss because it's no guarantee. I could have given you guys just one target, right? 75 to 68, it is 700 points. I could have just give you one target. Make sure you guys take the profit, and I'll look for another target, but I'll give you like 2 targets, right? The next target is also another big one. So but if we get stopped out, if like a BTC bounce, we get a bounces like to the upside and we get stopped out, we know what we're looking for, right? We know what we're looking for, and then we're just going to take care of business. So one thing we don't have a problem with is like taking care of business when BTC is moving sideways. I always say it, okay? I always said I always try to emphasize like how well we did in this area, how well we're doing in this area, and how well we did in this area. So we did miss this pump, yes, but we anticipated it, okay? We were just looking for 6,900 to go long late October, right? But BTC was like a 74. We were looking for 69, and then it just dropped down to 72 and pump, right? So but we anticipated it, okay? We said it we're gonna be making a very big move from this area all the way up to like a 10-4 on the 21-day chart, guys. So on the 21-day chart, just I was expecting this 21-day chart, right, to retest 10-4, but right around like the 19th, like I was like, okay, this candle gonna close like in 3 to 4 days, so we basically don't have any chance to go back make a tweezer. And my reference for that was like this candle, this one. That was one of my reference. We could be making another tweezer. So, and in addition to that, we just dropped down to 0.618, right, to the 0.618 of the unofficial fib retracement, which is like the non-log scale. So I was like, we could possibly push back up to the previous fib retracement was like a 382 range, okay? So but it is okay, it is okay. The main thing is like to understand the structure and be able to anticipate it amazingly, basically. Hey, what's up, Steve? Thanks a lot, man. If you're new to the content, man, make sure to join our Telegram group. The link is under the description, okay? If you don't have a Telegram, make sure just to download it. It's pretty easy, but the our premium group is basically on Discord, right? So if you're new to the content, just So thanks a lot, K for Liberty, for your reply. Yeah. So we're looking good, guys. As you know, pretty bearish. That's not a bad, it's not a bad idea to look for some cheaper BTC. If you can afford the the high these high prices, just dollar cost average, man. I think 2020 gonna be a good year, but I don't expect it to be like a good year the entire 2020. It could just be like a nice 3 to 4 month. So we could be pumping like maybe a 1.5 to 2x or even 3x, depending how low we drop. If like we break like a 45 to 3900 range, I don't expect it, but you never know. Okay, we could be making another 2x 3x, right, depending how low we drop, right? So, and always pay attention to your log scale when you're using like your extension, not extension, even your extension. If you're using basically your Fibonacci retracement, make sure to use a log scale, right? So some of you guys pretty new to the content, so new to my content, so I'm just going to repeat it. So when you use a log scale, make sure to double click on it and scroll down. Make sure it says like a fib levels based on log scale. Okay, if you uncheck it, you're gonna be doing like what everybody's doing. Okay, they're gonna be like this area is a log scale like a 70 to 174, right? They're gonna be looking for this area to be the support, right? But if you use it on log scale, it's gonna be amazing. All right, look at it, right? You take a look at it, that's a 50% pullback. All right, so we basically the 70 to 100 range wasn't basically wasn't even respected on the log scale. You can see the log scale is respecting what, the 382 on the log scale respected, 50% respected, because we shorted from 74 to 65, right, in that range, and then it pumped back up to 74 again. We shorted it down to 68. It pumped back up to like a 77, 75. We shorted it down to 68, right? It pumped back up to 76. We shorted it from 75, and now like all the way down to 68 range, right? So you can see if we break this area like a 50% pullback, one of the reasons I'm looking for like a 55, it is nothing but the 0.618, right? 0.618 pullback on the log scale. And if you take a look at it, basically 0.786, it is a 42, roughly 4200 on the log scale. So we got multiple reasons to look for these numbers, okay, to look for like a 4500, 5500 and down, right? So, and if you go on the daily, it is, if you count your wave correctly, not correctly, but however you like it, so you can see that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? And you got another, your sub 5 waves, right? Your sub 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Let me change the color. Okay, that's your sub 5 wave of your wave number 3. I don't want to discuss like wave 1 and wave 5 already, right? Because wave 5 you already take care of business in that area. So you can see like wave 3, wave 4, the support level of wave 4. That's where we got the support, like the big pump. Okay, so that's a wave 4 of the wave 3. So but you take a look at the wave 4 of the entire structure, which is like in this area. But the wave 4 of wave 3, okay, this is wave 4 of wave 3. We also got another heavy support, right, which is roughly around like a 46, 4700. So in like this area of basically 55 to 46 is basically giving us like a nice area to basically pay attention to, right, in this area. could be paying attention in this area. Okay, we just have to, guys, we have to pay attention to this area, because I was calling for BTC. If you go back to my channel when BTC was like 5500, I was calling for BTC 10K last year. Okay, late April. If you guys been following April 21st, 23rd, I was saying like BTC is extremely bullish, right? Right after the live stream, BTC gave me this dump, guys. So right after my live stream, BTC dumped 10%. Okay, but people couldn't understand what I was saying, because you know, if you like just pay attention to the 4-hour time frame, BTC dump. If I say like BTC gonna dump down to 5500 from like 55, and BTC dumped to 5K, you're gonna be like, man, this guy is crazy, right? So because you just like don't pay attention to the bigger time frame, right? So we just have to be very cautious. So for instance, right now we're looking for BTC to drop down to 5500 and down, but if BTC pump back up to like a 77, you're gonna be like, oh, Send Crypto, you're wrong. But you know, I told you, like, we still got a chance to make a 3-way move pullback before making this way. So even though I'm looking for this drop, we got some internal moves, some noise and stuff like that. You just cannot incorporate it on your bigger time frame if you want to be successful. You just have to let the market do the work, right? And you just focus on the bigger picture, right? So it is something like we all have to keep in mind. Pay attention to this area, even if you don't know how to do TA. Okay, this area should be a good buy area, and this area also should be a good buy area. Okay, which is like 46 to 47, right? All right, so keep that in mind. And you got multiple reasons, like to basically also, another evidence of that is like your okay, another evidence of that is like your basically your 200 MA on the you know, on the 5-day chart, right? It is currently right now at 46, right? So we got good reason to be paying attention to these areas. All right, guys. So let's just be calm, and then expect like some good prices from BTC, guys. So yeah, so let's basically pay attention, guys, to you know, anything below you know 5500, it is going to be a good area to be accumulated. So good area to be accumulated. So let's go back to the lower degree and see, guys. So if you guys don't have any alt you guys want to talk about, I'm just gonna call it a day, and then so you know, the live stream, so we can you know, basically as expected, it is just a correction. You know, could get this wave up, right? So I wouldn't rush it. If you try to short it like a scalping, a good you know, scalp opportunity right there. Take a look at the 5 minutes. You can see the 5 minutes 21 EMA already giving us a tough time, right? So it is a, you know, it could possibly drop 50% and then retest like the 50, you know, the 100 EMA on the 5 minute, not 15 minutes, but we could just get the that move. Either way you look at it, pay attention to your RSI if you're scalping. A good you know, strategy. Also pay attention to your RSI, okay, on the 5 minutes to be completely not overbought, but it could be overextended, and you know, coupled with a 100 EMA, that's going to be a nice short opportunity, at least for the short term, right? So a nice short opportunity, but most people are going to be shorting it from this area, right? So they're not going to wait for the 100 EMA. They're going to take it down, right, with 100x. So let's see, but I wouldn't, okay, I wouldn't short it in this area. with 100x, that's gonna be 50% gain. So, and then if it goes up, you're gonna see the email. So, and let's take a look at Walton BTC. Let's take a look at the weekly, because this Walton completely not looking good. Okay, Walton just broke support. That's actually like 400 sat. Whoa. Just tell me Walton is 4,000, not 400. That's 4,000. Okay, so 4,000 maybe like 26 cents, right? Something like that. Because I think ADA is like 3 cents. So 30 cents, something like that, right? So yeah, Walton not looking good, man. That's a weekly chart. Okay, we got basically a good signal of a selling pressure. So basically no sign of reversal as of now, man. So no sign of reversal. So, and that seemed to be like a you got your you got your impulse. Okay, you got correction, and then now we make another move to the downside. So broke major support. I think we started back in 2017 September. Broke major support with heavy volume. So I don't see any sign of reversal. I'm just the best thing to do is just let it move sideways until like we get more data. But as of now, it is not it's nothing bullish, guys. So I don't see anything bullish on the Walton. So I would not be touching it unless you want to keep shorting it, but I wouldn't be touching it right now. So I wouldn't be touching it. Yeah, can we get a pullback? Yes, we can get a pullback, but how strong it is, it's gonna be very difficult to say. It is if like we're gonna get a very strong move, right? So, but we wouldn't be touching Walton as of now. I was a pretty big fan of Walton, especially Walton and Populous. They used to move together, especially versus Ethereum. So right around this area, yep, this area of April, May, I was heavily on Walton, Walton Ethereum especially, right? So I remember this Walton pump also. Like that was March. I remember this Walton pump because I think Populous pump also, the same time frame. I remember this pump, exactly pump, right? So very heavy. So hey, what's up, Midas? So yeah, so Walton not let's take a look at Zcash. Yep, Zcash is pretty not looking good, man. So pretty engulfing. This area has to hold, otherwise it is going to be a descending triangle at the very bottom. That's not good at all, guys. So I don't like this Zcash wick, man. I know I said it one time and people saying like, oh, Zcash down to this area. I think it's like roughly 5,000. I think something like 5,000. Yeah, I think I said like last time I said 200. That's why somebody was laughing, right? Somebody was laughing, but it's like a 2,000 range. But I don't like it. I do not like this this wick, because I remember back in like in 2017 when we got this wick, everybody was like, look at Zcash, man, this wick to the downside, man, crazy. But you know, price could be going down to that area, right? So it's gonna be very low, but I'm not saying it's gonna go down there, okay? So don't go back and say like we're gonna drop down to like a 9, but it is just a way to say like, you know, sometimes you just have to basically pay attention to these crashes, right? Because you know, you can see we dropped 50% of it, okay, like 50%. So if that's the bottom right there, 0.618 going to be like another, you know, let's take a look at it. Like that's another 40% drop. Is it possible for Zcash to drop another 40% versus BTC? Of course, yes, right? So if we're gonna drop another 75%, that's gonna be, you know, roughly around like 8,000 or something like that, right? 8,000, so 80,000. So it is just something to keep in mind. The next area, you know, to look for is like a 0.00, roughly 0.002, right? 0.002. So right now I think it's like a Zcash, like a, you know, $50 or so. So not sure about the USD price. Let's double check. Yep, at 26, right? So that's $26. So another 50% drop. That's $13. And on the dollar value, we got valid reason also like to say like Zcash could be dropping when you take a look at this this selling pressure. So you know, but price is not moving fast. As you know, as soon as we drop like a $24 range, that's it, man. I mean, that's it. So it could be facing some major sell-off, right? So some major sell-off. Let's take a look at the all-time high. That's crazy. Let's take a look at this one. 2017 all-time was $700. So $700 all the way down to $13, guys. That's let's take a look at the you know, the basically USD price, right? So when you take a look at the USD price on Poloniex, we exactly at the very bottom. So not take you know, I never analyze Zcash like versus the dollar, but if you take a look at the versus the dollar, it's not looking bad like in this area of support. So we just have to hold this area of support if like we're gonna make another run, just like what I'm anticipating with Ethereum. So let's see, thinking like yep, that's another way we could look at it. If like we hold this support, we could be pulling back up, okay, and then before coming back to break this support, right? Because that's the first time we're retesting this area, so that's a good sign. Can we break it and then jump back up? Yes, we can do that also, right? But it is a pretty good historical level to pay attention to, at least for the short term. So, but versus BTC is pretty bearish. So let's see if Zcash can you know, drop and jump back up. Okay, so let's see if we can drop and jump back up. So all right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day. Hopefully you guys are gonna be safe out there. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, make sure to join our public Telegram group. Some of you guys new to our content. If you want to upgrade to our premium members to basically you know, get the daily analysis, private live stream, Elliott wave analysis, price target, price setup, exit, entry, long term, short term, 4 hour, 15 minutes, everything, guys. We discuss it you know, in details, so you know, you're gonna be ready, you know, by the next bull run. So you're gonna be trading your own on your own, like you know, before 2021. You know, you're gonna be ready, and looking for some very high prices of BTC, right? If like we're gonna start a new bull run, right? So all right guys, thanks a lot for watching, man.